And now I welcome Dr. A.S. Prasad, Vice President, Product Management, Vertiv India. He is with Vertiv for more than a decade now and spans across an experience of more than 30 plus years in his experience of product and automation.
Okay, good evening everybody. Am I audible at the back? Okay, so my name is Prasad. I look after product management for Vertiv for Pan India, and in the next 15 minutes, I'll talk to you a little bit about Vertiv, our global presence, and a little about AI, because you can't have a presentation without talking about AI, right? Sanjay was supposed to be just doing a welcome note, but even the welcome note was interspersed with a lot of AI, because that's what this world is all about. So we need to talk about AI, and who all know about AI here? Who all know about AI here? Who all want to know about AI here? A lot of hands. Okay, so you are all in the right room, a full packed room, and that's what all this for the next 1.5 to 2 hours is all about. Okay, so I'll first run a video.
On data, we power and cool. From a simple swipe to life-changing medicines, from push notifications to generative AI. Where there's data, there's Vertiv, powering its potential. From pioneering precision cooling to Vertiv's global leadership in critical infrastructure. From the era of mainframe to the dawn of virtualization. From your data center to the cloud. Vertiv has been powering and cooling data's potential for over 5 decades. And the more data created, the more Vertiv technology is needed. From supercomputers powering artificial intelligence to modular data centers enabling fast-track deployment, we're powering the potential for tomorrow's breakthroughs. Vertiv's scale and innovation is accelerating the industry. From empowering what data needs now to cooling where data goes next. As AI heats up, leading chip makers turn to us to keep them cool. What's next? A sustainable digital future enabled by Vertiv. Join us at the edge of innovation, supercharging data's next move. Because the best way to predict the future is to power it.
Okay, so to begin with, a little bit about Vertiv, okay? So I think we all need to know a little bit about what Vertiv is and what does Vertiv bring to the table. Okay, so Vertiv is a company that is headquartered in Columbus, in Ohio, in the United States, with a global turnover of $6.9 billion. So that's our global 2023 sales. Okay, we've got an employee strength of 27,000 people, and the big names in the industry, in the data center industry, and the commercial and industrial space are our customers. We've got 22 manufacturing sites, we've got 240 plus service centers, and we've got 130 plus, we operate in 130 plus countries, okay? And the main thing that I want to tell you here is our main business comes from data centers. So 75% of our business, what you see here, comes from the data center business. And the rest of it comes from communication and industrial, and communication networks, commercial and industrial. And the biggest market for Vertiv is Americas, with 56% of our global revenues coming from the US, but Asia Pac is not behind. So in Asia Pac, we have 22% of our revenues coming from Asia Pac, and the rest from Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And as you would see here, the critical infrastructure solution, so that's what we stand for. We are the architects of continuity. We contribute to 65% of our business comes from critical infrastructure solutions and integrated rack solutions, which is all that goes into a data center, in the racks, the white space, all the power distribution units and all that goes into a rack. That's what's called IRS business, and that contributes to around 12%. And services and spares, it's a big business for us, because what we sell, we actually have to maintain the life cycle of the entire product for 10 to 15 years with the customers. So service is a big thing for Vertiv, not only just globally, but also in India. So this is our global presence. So this is where we operate, the entire world, 130 plus countries, Americas, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and of course, Asia Pac, and I've already talked about this. So we've got a service field engineers number is 3,700 plus. I think the number is now 4,000 plus, including our partner community number. That number is around 5,000 plus service engineers across the world. No other competitor of us has this kind of an unmatched number of people in the field. So we've got 5,000 people. This is just the Vertiv strength. We've got a big partner community here, and they also have service people. So it's 5,000 plus. And they've got customer experience lab centers across the world. And then coming to India, so there's a timeline of how we have evolved over the last 60 years. We've got a very, very long history. 1965 is when Libert, the brand name that many of you have got partners here who have been working with Vertiv and our earlier incarnation of what is known as Emerson Network Power for the last 30 plus years. Some of the people here in this room are people who have been long-standing partners of Vertiv for 30 plus years. We've got a 60 plus year history. And as Vertiv, so we were Emerson Network Power in 2004 onwards, 2000 onwards rather. And then in 2016, we've got this name as Vertiv. So we're operating as Vertiv for the last 7 years now. And I want to also tell you a little bit about a company. Vertiv got listed as a company in the stock exchange in the United States on the 1st of February in 2020, just a little bit before what is the COVID era, okay? And it was listed at $8.50, okay? And just in 2023, just in 1 year, our stock has grown 220%. And from the time when it was listed from $8.50, we have gotten 950. That means our stock has almost become 10 times of what it was in 2020, 1st of February when we listed it. So that's a big achievement, okay? So 1,000%, 950% of stock growth is what we have given to our investor community. Okay. So a little bit about our presence in India. Many of you know us, but Deepthi actually showed you the route of the Vertiv Express from east to north to west to south and back to the east again. So we have got offices across the country. So when coming to India, we've got 41 sales and services branches across the country. We've got 3 manufacturing facilities. We've got a facility in Ambernath, which is our power facility now. We've got a facility in Hadapsar, that is in Pune. And we have just opened in January a grand facility with 210,000 square feet facility. That is for manufacturing mainly cooling products. So we've got a third facility in Chakan, which is again near Pune. We've got a global engineering center with 200 plus engineers. This number is grossly underestimated. This number is now 400 plus, and we want to become 1,000 plus engineers in our Pune Global Engineering Center who would be doing engineering and R&D for the entire globe sitting out of India. We've got 2 big distributors in the country, and they're all here right now. We've got 180 plus managed partners, a long tail partner of 2,000 plus, 17 warehouses in the country, and number of employees, including 500 service engineers, 2,000. But this number, as I said, can be added by another 500 more if I add the service engineers with our partner community. No other competitor in this country, in our space, has such a large service workforce. And that's our biggest USP. So when you work with us, you just don't buy products for its life cycle, you also get the entire service for the next 10 to 15 years when the products are in your factory or in your data center. So I want to just talk a little bit about a Chakan plant. So Vertiv India's Chakan plant was inaugurated in the month of Jan-Feb in 2024. 4.8 acres, grand facility, 210,000 square feet, entire cooling portfolio. So all the cooling products of Vertiv. So that's what our business is. So we are from grid to chip and from chip to atmosphere. So we help you cool your data center, take the heat load out. So entire cooling solutions portfolio, and these are all our products, and we've got details about the products coming up in the next presentations. And that's what we do in the Chakan plant. We've got a state-of-the-art psychometric lab, and none of the competition in the space that and I can stand on the stage and confidently say that, has got the kind of lab facilities that Vertiv has got when it comes to the large chillers, the large dry coolers, the large DX systems that we manufacture. And all this is for helping customers and partners because we want to be best in the lead time, best in the quality, and best in high throughput when it comes to dealing with our customers. So we are always in a continuous improvement programs so that we always work with velocity when it comes to the market. So this is what our products are. So we have power management products, we have thermal management products, and we also have IT management solutions. So the details of the products will be in upcoming presentations, but we've got complete infrastructure solutions. And as I said before, it's not just the products, we give you the complete portfolio services for the entire life cycle. So portfolio strength, uniqueness, and our unmatched service capability is what defines us and what keeps us separate and distinct in the market that we operate. So this is a little bit about the world global markets that we operate. So the world market that Vertiv has done $6.9 billion last year, and 2024 we're supposed to be doing around $7.5 billion globally. So the market that we operate is $45.5 billion, and there's a growth of around 7% in a normal year, but we're seeing a lot of growth due to AI, okay? So a 6 kilowatt kind of rack, we're talking about 40 kilowatt, 60 kilowatt per rack, 100 kilowatts per rack. So there's a lot of extra lift or alpha that we're getting in the growth, and that's because of the AI. So growth with AI, we expect this market of $45.5 billion to grow at 7 to 10%. And these are the various end markets that we operate. Cloud and co-location, one of our biggest markets, $17 billion is the market size, and this market is growing at 14 to 17%. So this is very, very, very important for us. This market is not just important for us, this is important for all of you here, because what I call, this is what in Modiji's language is the Amrit Kal for anybody in the data center space. For the next 10 years, there is going to be growth, and that growth is going to be in the range of 14 to 17% is expectation. And that's the reason why our stock is outperforming in the market. Because the market is all about numbers of today and a story of tomorrow. So we've got a story which actually outpaces the numbers. Okay? So we've got enterprise and distributed IT, communication networks, commercial industrial. So this is the markets that we operate. So Vertiv is growing, and we are growing at kind of a pace, what I call as an exponential pace. So how do we keep up with this growth? So that's what Vertiv did as a survey in the market and our own researchers. And they came up with these 3 broad trends. And I just thought I should share these 3 broad trends with you, because it's just not important for Vertiv, it's important for the entire partner community that we serve and also the customers, okay? So the big trend that is happening right now is new build and retrofits, which means we have already built data centers, which are something like 4 to 6 kilowatt, 6 to 8 kilowatt per rack, but then it's changing from 6 to 8 kilowatt per rack, it's going to 20 kilowatt per rack, 40, 60, 100. I'm right now working on a project with a government customer, 120 kilowatt per rack, okay? So there's a lot of opportunity for all of us put together, which means a lot of these customers have already invested in the old data centers. We will need to retrofit them for the higher power and what you call the TDP, thermal density. Okay? So that's increasing. So this is going to be something like the biggest trend that we are seeing is new builds and retrofits. So that's a big opportunity for all of us here in the room. The next one is energy storage alternatives. So lithium and whatever we use right now for batteries, etc., is not a great thing. So there's a lot of sustainable solutions that are coming up. People are working about sodium ion. There are other battery technologies, fuel cell. Everybody wants to stop using diesel and diesel generator and all that. So there's a lot of work happening on bringing your own power. So this is the next big trend that we are seeing, where all of us can leverage and all of us can capitalize and grow together. And the third trend that we're seeing is enterprises prioritizing flexibility. So everybody thought 5 years ago, everybody's going to go to the cloud. Okay, so that's what we thought. But that's what everybody is talking about. But today there is cloud, there is edge, there is multi-point cloud. Everything coexists. So flexibility. So every CIO is currently thinking about, where should I have my next growth? Should I put it on the colo or the cloud, or should I do it on-prem? So the flexibility, what enterprises need. So that's what the next third biggest trend is, and that's what's going to be business for all of us. So the next one is about our new theme. So you would have gone and seen the Vertiv Express. So it's all about keep it humming. Humming is that what happens in a data center when power and cooling equipment and everything works, right? That is that humming, right? And we want to keep it humming. So that's what it is all about. This theme is all about architects of continuity, managing critical power, critical thermal, critical cooling, and we want to have the feeling of your business running smoothly. So keep listening, keep it humming. That's what our theme is. So the theme of keep it humming is based on 3 simple themes. The first one is keep it simple. What we do is simple. We don't want to complicate things what we do. What we say is what we do, and what we do is what we say and what we deliver, okay? So the next one we talk about is we want to keep it human. So that's why we want to have this kind of interactions with people like you. We want to listen to you. We also want you to listen to us and tell us what is required for us to work together and co-create the next level of solutions and products in the market. And the third one is, let's keep it humming, okay? And I also want Vertiv stock price to keep it humming and keep going upwards. Okay? So as I said before, anything doesn't stop in this world today without talking a little bit about AI. So I'll just give a precursor before Alex, my next colleague, who's the global strategy marketing leader and who's also an AI guru, to come and speak to us. So, but a little bit about AI solutions. So AI is important for all of us. So but not many people know what to do. And there are a lot of reports from companies like Deloro, from companies like Omdia, IHS. They're all talking a lot about AI workloads. 22% of AI workloads, some research agency says, by 2026 in data centers will be AI workloads. But do we have any standards? And then you're taking water and liquid right to the chip, which is unheard of maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? So there's a blurred line between facility and IT. The IT guys will not allow the facility guys to come nearby, but then it's not possible. Because you're talking about racks which can talk about 5,000 kgs is one rack's capacity in terms of its weight that can handle. And then you're talking about 120 kilowatt, 140 kilowatt per rack. So that's big. So the blurred line between facility and IT, you're getting liquid up to the chip, right to the rack. And Vertiv has a track record in high density. So we are an NVIDIA partner, we are Intel's partner, and we're working with them for the next range of solutions, because data centers today globally consume something like 2 to 2.5% of the global power consumption, which all with this AI growth and all that is expected to be 8 to 10%. Okay, so there's a high density requirement that's coming up, and Vertiv is at the forefront of that. Okay, and noble techniques expertise, that's what Vertiv brings. And everybody is a plumber, okay, because I've done projects myself. So I know how difficult it is with this liquid loop, CDU and all that, the liquid coming to the cold plate, and the cold plate cooling the chip and then taking out the heat like a sweat out of the forehead. So there's a lot of liquid movement, so everybody needs to be a plumber. And then what we want to do is sustainability. As I talked about battery, I talked about BESS, I talked about bring your own power, okay? So sustainability is something that we want to work with all of you so that you have sustainable solutions, because today it's a need of the hour. So we are solving how to power and cool the AI revolution. And just a precursor to what Alex is going to come and talk to you. He'll come and talk to you in detail about the Vertiv solutions. And then we have other colleagues also going to present specific center of excellence and line of business kind of products. So we want to partner with you in this journey of retrofitting. As Deepthi said before, we want to engage, empower, and evolve with you in this data, in this space of high growth that we're seeing in this market and this AI revolution. Thank you very much, and that was my last slide. Thank you for the patient hearing. Any questions? I'm over here with all of you. You can come and talk to me later. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasad. Thank you, Prasad. I think we just love the passion with which you deliver the decks, the information. It's so insightful, and the audience are so much glued. So once again, a big round of applause for Dr. A.S. Prasad.